I'd like to open the meeting of the Finance Committee and then open the public hearing. This huge crowd here is, here. We're gonna stay about 15 minutes, see who shows up, and then we're gonna move from there. We're gonna have a couple little discussions, just on a couple items that we had changes in the budget before we close. Of course, we can't vote at anything during the public hearing. The first thing is that we had a couple items that changed in regard to financing, but the bottom line number didn't change. Also, when we put all the articles together and use of funds, either raise or appropriate or free cash, we were about $15,000 short of free cash. So what I did is change the last article we voted on for the fire truck from 200 to 185. Then we took the remainder, which was $5 or $6 grand, and took a little less out of overlay, so it balances. So it was nothing really substantial than last time we discussed it. What we're gonna do to make the accounting a little better is we're gonna make a year-end transfer to fire overtime of about $88,000, actually $88,613. That'll close out our reserve fund for the year, and the numbers will look a little better when we get to year end. We will have to have a meeting when for the after town meeting. We have to have a number. When do you figure that will be, Diane?
Toward June 30th.
Towards June 30th.
Toward the end of the year for the year-end transfers. I don't know yet.
Okay, so. Okay. Phil, you have any exciting questions for us?
No, I was.
We're a little bored up here today, you know?
I thought we were building a sidewalk, I think I lived here 20 years, I've never walked into one of these.
Yeah, well,
I think this public hearing only had about 16 or 17 years old.
6 years. Occasionally have some questions, but. Yeah.
Hello.
Thanks. All right, kill my phone. One other thing is, I'd like to
Wait
send
a
a.
minute. I don't think I can't do that. I don't know what you did.
Verizon send me a message. I think we should send a letter to the selectmen saying that we would like the warrant article settled 60 days before town meeting.
How
I'll
many
tell-
days?
60 days.
Yeah.
I mean, we had
Yeah.
one article 2 weeks before, we had a large
Right, right.
article 4 week before. I think we should request that as a selectman, that they set the deadline for 60 days. That way that'll give us enough time to discuss the articles and get information. I mean,
I agree.
we did do a little bit on the thing for downtown, but we could have done a little bit more on costing and stuff.
I think we could have done a lot more. I think there needs to be more discussion and more communication.
So I think that we will send a letter to the selectmen requesting that they close the articles 60 days before town meeting.
I agree.
Okay, so I'll send that letter. I won't take a formal vote, but, you know, I think that'll work for our favor.
How much time do you have to allow, like 15 minutes?
I think 15 minutes is enough, that's all.
Why don't you recess the public meeting, go into the business meeting, and after the business meeting, reconvene and adjourn?
Can we do that? Okay, so we're gonna recess the public hearing and open our regular meeting.
6 o'clock.
What?
At 6 o'clock.
At 6 o'clock, okay?
I didn't see what the resident did. I've been going different times.
Just remember, I didn't write this bylaw.
How you ran today? 3 miles.
Amazing, amazing.
'94, early June.
When I see him up there, I aspire to be him.
Oh, yeah.
I'm serious. because I usually see them on Saturday mornings if I go up there.
Yeah.
Those,
Yeah, they still go on Saturday mornings and
Yeah.
stuff. But if the weather's good, they'll go up. Or if, we'll either do something or take a walk or something.
yeah,
like
because
that.
if I go up there during the week, because usually I think he's up there maybe at like 9 or
Yeah.
something, yeah,
Yeah, 9 or 10.
yeah. So sometimes I see him. but
The other
he's
thing is
great.
that Diane has asked us to revote the articles, which we intend to do.
For what?
We're gonna revote the articles for, the articles we did Thursday night, we're gonna revote them in a very
I
simple.
sent the email, the fire truck is
Oh, yes.
not changed. Jim, what did you do?
We made it 185 cash instead of 200. That's the only change. So we're gonna revote the town meeting. I'd like everybody to be loud when they say yes, you know, so Diane can go as fast as we can. I'll say who first and who proposed the article and seconds it, and then we'll go that way.
This is first year's. Junior.
So my son went to the next Sunday to go ride to DC because it's only like 15, 20 minutes. So
Okay,
he sent me this picture, so.
You know, for the summer.
He's got a 10-day cruise out of Newport.
Isn't that a good shot?
Excellent. ROTC.
He's having some fun.
He had a great time. He spent like 2.5 hours there or so.
I've been there 3 times. I'll go back.
Yeah, that's why I
Hell
said.
hates it.
Well, I was saying, my son's doing a co-op in Bethesda, Maryland.
Oh, yeah?
So Sunday I took a ride to DC just to visit some of the monuments and stuff like that, because I think he did it in
Ships,
third
regular
grade.
ships.
Like, well, we never got to do it, like, when back then, he's like, but Mom, I'm older now, I can appreciate it more, which I think is great, because it's just 20.
Great
you know?
time, San Diego.
We went when we were kids because my father went to Georgetown and he had friends down there.
Yeah.
So we went a couple times.
Yeah,
Ronnie and Carol and I was,
Wasn't too crazy.
maybe about 10 years ago, we went 3 or 4 years in a row. Like, beginning of December, the weather was good,
yeah.
and just get a hotel close to everything and
Exactly.
walk. I mean, we never took a car or anything like that.
Well, no, and that's exactly, so I said, well, when we come down, because he's there for 3 months, I said, well, when Dad and I come down and visit you, we'll definitely go again. He'd love that, and I'd love that, because it's been so long since I've been there.
So we just flew in from Boston,
Yeah.
took the train right into the
Exactly,
city.
right.
Didn't even need a car or anything like
Just
that.
got 2
No, it's
citations.
perfect.
It's a neat place.
It really is.
Because their training and stuff.
So the only time I would visit is when I would have to travel there for work often to go to DC, and so sometimes you didn't have to be in a meeting or whatever, so I'd spend the afternoon doing some of that
Yeah.
stuff.
It's nice to walk around.
It is.
Mechanical engineering. He's loving it. My English graduate from UMass, Dartmouth. Mechanical engineering degree. Knew I had to have a public hearing for at least 15 minutes.
Good fun.
Was in front of his school.
See
See
you
you
later.
later. Thanks for coming, Phil.
And the,
You watch the meeting?
Did I watch that? My husband turned it on. I said, I'm gonna turn that off because I'm annoyed now. Did you?
No, I haven't watched. I watched the first one.
He started
That's the only one he happened to stumble on because he thought maybe the meet the candidates was gonna be on.
basically.
So then he stumbled across that. I go, it's just this. And you just shut it off.
Some of the things are really innocuous that are things that
Did you see the stuff?
obviously.
What? Did you see the stuff people are putting on Facebook? It's horrible.
We went down there the week before the graduation because
They don't even live
they
here.
have these senior projects.
Bad news travels fast.
Probably, garden
It's not right.
industries or something.
That's why I'm not on any of that crap.
And they wanted to move something.
They wanted to do it Butcher, huh?
So they ran. seat.
You would have brought your pass.
Yeah.
See, that's what happens when you get into politics. That's why you don't want it.
$300 to $1,000.
So, did somebody take your job at the bank?
Yeah. Guy by the name of Dave Harmon.
My good buddy.
He was there before.
Oh, yeah, I think
Then
Timmy knows
Then he
him.
left, yeah.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah, Timmy knows him.
yeah, he likes him.
So he was there, left.
Well, obviously not as much as you, but,
Yeah.
no, I'm not kidding.
Yeah.
He's just doing both jobs now.
What?
He's doing both jobs now.
Yeah, they hired a guy though,
Did they,
yeah.
Clintonian, or,
No, but he's from the area.
that's a step up.
Then he's gonna start, beginning of June, I think. So that'll be good, that'll help Harmon.
Yeah, Lynn's a little stressed out, she's got a lot on her plate.
She's busy, she stays busy.
I said, Lynn,
She works.
I would never last here because,
Yeah,
and I was in corporate America, I said I would never, I said, you need to stop.
yeah,
Cause she's too nice. Like,
yeah, she won't.
she's just, I said, you're too nice. She goes,
Yeah,
I go, okay, let me know how it goes. Because, I mean, she's very smart, she's really good, she does, but
Okay, my clock says 6 o'clock.
hard work.
absolutely she is, but if
Okay, so we're gonna put the public hearing on recess and open a regular meeting. Okay, first order of business, we have a transfer of $316 for the overtime for the fire department. That's what we have left in our reserve account. I mean, he came in about 6 weeks ago and asked us for 100, so we're gonna try to give him that to make the books look a little better. Okay, do we have a motion on this article?
I'll make a motion. Yeah, I'll second it.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay. So I think we'll do the budget first. I think we've already been through it about 14 times. The only change I know of the number, we changed one debt and interest number, we reversed 6,000 and increased 6,000. And the second thing is, in order to balance it, I decided to take a little less out of overlay. So unless you want me to go department to department, I'd like to get a motion to approve this and move on to the budget. This does have all the free cash in it, so, the only thing I can tell you. Mike did all the articles, I sat down with him today and went through it. Diane's been through it a little bit, so I'm pretty confident we've got everything we need. So we have a motion on approving the budget and moving it forward.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. I'd like to thank you for working on the budget. We've done a pretty good job this year, even though we've had some setbacks. I'd also like to thank Mike Ward. If he ever watches this, then you can hear it. He's not here now. So he did a lot of help on the budget this year. Okay, let's go over the town articles again and do our voting. It should go pretty quick. Again, I'd like everybody to voice up. Article 3, start with that one, standard article to pay the salaries and compensation for next year.
So moved.
We have a motion by Bill, we have it seconded by
I'll second it.
Bob. All those in favor?
Aye.
Article 4, same thing, to approve the budget that we submit, transfer the money and levy the taxes as necessary.
Motion.
We have a motion from Ellen,
I'll second it.
second by Ed. All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Article 5. Again, it's a standard article in regard to, Article 5.
It's not a finance committee.
Not a finance committee article. Okay, let's move to Article 6. Basically, our social services article, very standard. Do we have a motion?
Motion.
Motion by Bob,
Second.
second by Bill. All those in favor?
Aye.
Article 7, as we discussed, went to $20,000 for the weed office. Do we have a motion?
So moved.
Bill motioned that article.
Second.
Okay, Ellen seconded it. All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Article 8, just sets the spending limit for all the revolving accounts.
So moved.
We have
I'll
a
second
motion
it.
by Bill, seconded by Ed. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Article 9, the overlay to help the senior tax rebate program. It's doubled from the year before. I don't have any problem with it.
Motion.
Motion by Ellen,
Second.
second by Bob. All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, the Health Insurance Trust Fund, we've been trying to build that up. Last year was 100, this year it's 150. We have a motion on that.
Motion.
Second it.
Ellen and Ed, all those in favor?
Aye.
Article 11, it's put some money in the stabilization fund, 150, usually it's 100. I think that we should approve it.
So moved.
I have a motion by Bill, seconded
Second.
by Bob. All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Article 12, this is taking some money out of the landfill and transferring it to the enterprise.
Motion.
We have a second?
I'll second it.
Second by Ed. All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, we're gonna transfer money out of the landfill account into the capital and project and infrastructure improvement stabilization fund. Wow. Article 13, do we have a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Ellen, second by Bob. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, Article 14, couple old bills. Again, these will be raised and appropriate. Basically, it's gonna come out of the budget.
I'll make a motion.
Motion by Ed,
Second.
second by Bill. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, Article
15.
15, we're taking some money out of the access and cable related fund and to be able to be spent.
So moved.
So, motion by Bill,
Second.
second by Bob. All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, this is that article we talked about for the downtown project, in which we're gonna take $3 million out of the capital project and infrastructure improvement stabilization fund, and then we're gonna borrow $101.5 million, subject to grants.
So moved.
So moved.
Second.
Bill made the motion, Ed seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, Article 17. This article we didn't vote on last week. It's basically that we might have to expend money to buy some property down on High Street to do that project. So we didn't vote on it last week. We're gonna vote on it this week. So it's basically giving the town the right to take some of that money to, in case we have to take something by eminent domain. So do we have a motion on this one?
Motion.
Motion by Bob.
I'll second it.
Ed seconds it. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Again. Okay, it's Article 18. This is in regard to replacement and repair the school at the the roof at the middle school.
Motion.
We have this as a borrowing article. So Ellen made a motion to have this as a borrowing article. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Ed seconds it. All those in favor?
Aye.
Article 18, it's for the purchase of a new one-ton truck. Appropriate, negotiate.
Free cash.
So we're gonna borrow, we're gonna take free cash and buy this truck?
Just for Article 19, right?
Article 19, excuse me, yes. Article 19 is from free cash. So do we have a motion?
I'll make a motion.
Ed makes a motion, Bob
Second.
seconds it, all those in favor?
Aye.
Article 20, this is basically from the Improvement Stabilization Fund to the Department of Public Works. My understanding is going to be for Berlin Street, it's $1.5 million. Berlin Street alone is 1.2.
Motion.
Have a motion from Ellen.
Second.
Bill seconds it. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
$200,000 for drainage system improvements. Okay, I have this coming out of free cash. So I'd like to make a motion.
I'll make a motion.
Okay.
I'll second.
Finance from free cash. Ed made the motion. Ellen seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Okay, we're gonna go to Article 22, it's the landfill, put $1,000 in the reserve for closure.
Million.
$1 million, excuse me. Okay, so $1 million to the closure account for the landfill. Do we have a motion?
Motion.
Motion from Bob, do we have a second? Second from Bill. All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Article 23. It's an infiltration study. It's gonna be paid for out of the sewer account, but we have to approve it. That's $229,000. Do we have a motion?
I make a motion.
My
Motion-
second.
Motion from Ed, seconded by Ellen. All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay. We have $460,000 being transferred. This is being borrowed by the Water and Sewer Fund. It's for infiltration and sewer studies mandated by the state. Do we have a motion? Motion by Bill,
Second.
second by Bob. All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay. We have $950,000 to repair all the tanks and stuff on Mulberry Street and Burnett Hill. Again, this is out of borrowing from the water and sewer account. Motion by
Second.
Bill, second by Ellen. All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay. We have $50,000 for a study on permitting the Wiki-Piki to fix the dams. Again, out of the water and sewer fund. Do we have a motion?
Motion.
Motion by Bob,
I'll second it.
second by Ed. All those in favor?
Aye.
Article 27, $200,000 to pay for installation of cloud-based record management system in the police and fire departments. This is going to be paid for out of free cash. Both the fire chief and the police chief are adamant about this, so.
I'll make a motion.
I'll
Motion.
second.
Motion by Ed, second by Ellen. All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, this is the, next item, 28, is purchase of the new fire truck. This is a change from what we voted on Thursday. We're gonna put $185,000 down in cash and then borrow the rest. We need a motion for that.
Motion.
Motion by Ellen,
Second.
second by Bob. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
It's like reading a book, Mike, okay?
Do we need to vote on,
I think that's it.
Any more?
47.
Pardon?
I think Article 47 requires a vote.
47, 48.
47 was the $10,000 for storage, and again, we disapproved that article, so I'd like a motion to disapprove that article for storage down at Fuller Field. And we haven't had any information, or, you know, usually Little League or those other places usually pay for that stuff. So do we have a motion to disapprove?
I'll make a motion.
Okay, do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Bob. All those in favor of disapproving this article?
Aye.
And Article 48, that $28,000 is already in the budget under capital improvements under the facilities manager. So I'd like to just make a motion to disapprove this article.
Motion.
Okay, that's Bob. Do we have a second?
I'll
Sec-
second.
Second by Ellen. All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Mike, make quick work of that, wouldn't you say? We only did it 3 times, so we're gonna get it right once. Again, I'd personally like to thank everybody on the board for working through this and showing up. I know it's not the most exciting thing you can do on a Wednesday night or a Friday night, so again, I'd like to thank everybody. I think we did the best use of the town resources, and that's what we try to do, take the assets we have and put them where they belong. Again, any other questions, new business, anything else?
I think you have to reconvene the public hearing and then adjourn.
Okay, so I'm gonna reconvene the public hearing.
Motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn both meetings? Sounds good to me.
All right.
Got it. Thank you. See you guys later. See you at public meeting, at the town meeting.
Have a great weekend.
You too. Have a good time up in Maine.
You too. You coming home Sunday instead of Monday?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I won't come over. If I do, it's early.